Hi, I'm Matt Morrow, President of the Springfield Area Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is always advocating for the needs and priorities of our members. We share the perspective of business with City Council, advocate on behalf of business in Jefferson City, and share priorities of the Southwest Missouri business community with our elected leaders in Washington, D.C. But during this pandemic, our members needed even more. You needed us to be the voice of business in a way that none of us could have imagined. So we pivoted and added this critical element of advocacy to the work we already do on behalf of our members. We tried to meet our members in the moment you were experiencing and bring you rapidly changing information and resources to help you navigate the uncharted territory of COVID-19. And you needed someone to be your advocate, to bring your stories to the table where decisions were being made, and to ensure you would have a voice in the process. We've worked to be an important voice on your behalf. But as with everything we do, the most important voice is your voice, the voice of our members. So let's hear that voice, your voice, right now.
As we started looking for guidance on things to do, one of the first places I went to was springfieldchamber.com. I was so happy because really early on there was a guidebook that had some really good basic guidelines for us, and we built some policies around those very guidelines. I sent another email kind of on the same topic, but a little bit more nuanced, and wasn't long, I got another email back. And just knowing that you are there for us has been really helpful for me to know that there's a lifeline through you to lots of other businesses. It's not that you were just there at the beginning, but also like through this process, I feel like you've almost held our hands. I have said multiple times, it's made our membership fee worth every penny.
Our big challenge was the closing of bars and restaurants. The Chamber served a role as a trusted convener. We were able to talk very directly with the leadership in Springfield about the concerns that we had, about steps that we could take. They were able to give us suggestions about steps we could take. So in some ways, the Chamber kind of stepped in for a couple of industries and said, is there any way we can make things work for these industries? That was very valuable.
From the very beginning, it's just been a time of absolute constant change. And we've been on a pendulum going between the health and safety of our people, then flipping to the preservation of their jobs. I applaud the government for how quickly that they approved legislation to help companies and people all across the nation. What was difficult in how quickly all of those things passed were the details on what applied to who. We leaned on the Chamber during that time, and I cannot express enough thanks for their willingness to ask questions for us, to make sure that we were connected to the right state and local leaders to ask questions of, so that way we were able to get all the details we needed to make good decisions for our organization. I just thank the Chamber very much for making sure we had the information we needed at the right time.
If the Chamber has not been in the forefront of that, making sure that the business community knows in advance as to what is coming down the pipe as it relates to the PPP program, I, for one, would not have known about it. This not only helped my business in order to keep my employees, even though we didn't have a whole lot that was going on, at least we were able to retain them until hopefully as things begin to settle back down, we'll be able to get back on our feet.
They kept us in touch with strong leaders at our state level, community levels, in our healthcare. That was vitally important for us to stay plugged in. But we needed a one-stop shop, and that was the Chamber. I knew that I could, with a few clicks, find all the information that I needed. I just received our renewal, our membership renewal, and I didn't hesitate. Because you know what I know, if we're partners, our Chamber needs us now more than ever.
The Chamber has been fantastic. They've been a great resource for data, and they would boil it down without politicizing it. They would just give the facts, which I think is crucial for business owners. They also have been helpful on a micro level for businesses just on fundamental questions on how to access stimulus money, PPP loans, how to work through that process. The Chamber is doing now what, frankly, I think they're best at, which is advocating for our community and our businesses at the state and national level. One small business doesn't have a big voice, but the Chamber is exactly what that's designed to do. It's designed to provide a collaborative format for small businesses to have the ability to actually influence policy, and that's what the Chamber's done in this crisis.
We have an incredible business community in Springfield. Our entire team continues to be inspired by your innovation, your resilience, and your ability to pivot and adapt. We appreciate all you do to make Springfield what it is. Thank you for your support, and thank you for being a part of the Springfield Area Chamber of Commerce.